Howdy y'all, thank you for joining me today for this unboxing of a Kickstarter I've actually been sitting on for a bit. Just for some reason never opened it, but it's one of my favorite games, 51st State. This is the Ultimate Edition. It's a bigger box, I think, to fit everything in. For the rest of this video, I'm going to be saying that I did not get the all-in. Obviously I did, so just ignore that. This is the all-in edition. It's just I didn't remember getting the all-in because I thought it didn't offer anything, but then I guess I wanted the trades and whatnot. So just ignore when I find out eventually that I do have the all-in. I did back the all-in because I already had everything up to the new thing, and then of course just wanting a big box to fit everything in. It even lets us know here what all comes in this box, and then that this is backed on GameFound is what this is. Like I said, I think a lot of this I already have because I did buy an upgraded one, but we will see. And then it even has a small playmat, which I kind of like the size that they did. It does make it look confusing, but it looks like it'll go right in the box, which makes me happy. Alright, along with this, and I'll go ahead and just show this also. I think I had this one also, but oh, maybe not. This is something different. Never mind. I was thinking this was the Texas one because I knew I got the Texas one, but I think this is a new faction. Guess I could have shown it. Instead of just popping it. But we got Uranopolis. It'll show you all this. But then, of course, you know it's going to be the same, except for that on the back. But show the overall tile. And then, of course, it has their little wooden score marker. But cool. For some reason, I thought that was the Texas one, so I was like, oh, I probably ordered an extra one. But I made sure I had to get the Texas one for this game. Alright. Well, plastic ain't one to rip. Sorry, plastic just wasn't wanting to rip on that. So let's see what's in here. Alright, says open in case of emergency. Of course, this is, I believe, the cardboard. I believe this is the way it came in the other version of the game too. Yep. Instead of just ripping the... So it looks like this comes with the base game. I'll see if there's any differences, and I'll show just in case there are, but I don't think so. I think it just came with the base game. Which, I did order 2 of the Uranopolis, and maybe that's why. Maybe I realized this was going to come with this, and then I could throw that promo in and sell the promo with my game after taking everything out of it. Yeah, because I already could see on this next one after this that wonder if they have some upgrades for these. I 3D printed up some stuff that I usually play with. I should have brought that stuff. Yeah, because here's Texas, which I know was a promo. I think both of these were. I believe, if I remember right, the promo was you got Texas and... Oh, fell out there. Well, I don't know why I'm trying to slide it back in. I'll just show the... Well, I can show it like this. Hey, how about that? Which is cool that it is just coming out of the cardboard easily. Oh yeah, this even has all the promos in it. I think that was one of the main deals. I wanted to make sure I had all the promos and I didn't miss anything. Like I recognized the arena. So maybe I did get the all-in? I guess we will see. A lot of this stuff you should recognize if you recognize the game. Alright. Says, thank you for supporting the 51st State Game Found. We couldn't have made it without your support. Well, thank you for making a game that I enjoy and putting it on Game Found. I do enjoy this game. I like Imperial Settlers more. I know it shouldn't get a lot of comparisons. Okay, yeah, I must have got the all-in with everything, because this, I know, is one that I had from my special edition also, which is just a book. Sorry, I know, went away from the rule book, but it's just like a little short novel that I know I have from my other game. Alright, let's get into the rule book and we'll get to the rest of it. I just wanted to hit all the cards up. Shows solitaire variants here. I'll zoom in on that. The way you can pause and read those variants if you wish. Cool. Alright. And I don't know if I showed the back to had nothing on that. That was the solo variants. It just had that artwork on the back. I do know, I like this, trays. Trays are always nice. Alright, but let's go to the rule book first. Ultimate Edition lets us know the components overview. The cards overview, managing your locations, the setup, then we get to the rules of play. Like if I had anything I had to say I don't like, well, yeah, I remember that it's a pretty simple game. If you played any of the games like Imperial Settlers or even Empires of the North to a degree, you know that's one of the things nice about this. It just, I think Imperial Settlers, this is just the automa we're going through here as I'm talking and blabbing. I think Imperial Settlers just basically was my first one. And I still enjoy it a lot, but it is pretty bloated at this point. So lets us know here, Scavengers, State Pack 1. Allies, State Pack 2. So I must have got the all-in. State Pack 3 for Moloch. State Pack 4, No Man's Land. Then, I was just about to mention it, like, that's where I know Moloch from, mostly. I know he's supposed to be in their universe, but in their same universe, they have the Hiroshima Hex thing, which I'm not, maybe I need to go through all these and get all of them and try them all. Because I know the base game I thought was okay. It just wasn't my cup of tea. But it was a good game, just okay to me. But maybe with all these different factions, it would change it up for me. Lets us know about all the promo stuff that's going to be in here. And you can see all that there. The engraved wooden piece, which I already had. The 4-screen printed victory points for the base character, or base factions, I guess. The first player marker. And yeah, Hegemony, Mississippi. I knew that, like Texas and University. Texas, well, I guess because it's right up there, it says University. I knew those were promos. And then, of course, the new Uranopolis, which is probably why I ended up with 2 of these. I think I did get the all-in and went ahead and got the promos just so I can sell the base game that I have with the promo. And then promo set number 1, promo set number 2. Yeah, the borders, I knew that. The arena. I think I have these with the Moloch. I haven't actually played the game since I got that expansion, but I think I have that. Yep, 3 cities, neoprene. The neoprene playmat I just didn't feel like was needed. I remember getting it for Imperial Settlers, and it's nice that you got one, but unless you're going to give one to every player, it just felt kind of like an extra thing you have to carry around. It says area playmat. I'm assuming that's that little smaller one. Then the signal. All right. Summary of all the rules for the promos. Imperial Settlers. Yep. I am a fan of the Portal games. I like them a lot. Pretty much if I see one, I back it or I buy it. I even have the 11, which I have not opened yet. I need to get to it. But we can see trays here, which is already nice. One of the things I did love in Imperial Settlers Empires of the North was the trays with all the stuff in it. So being able to have these to put everything in. And I'll load all this up, show you it all. But, yep. We have the wooden bricks, which look really cool. I'll give a closer look on it because I always thought these looked kind of cool. The way they etched or took little segments out of the brick to make it look cracked. And then I'll just show, same with the guns. Those aren't painted on. That's actually, they just took a little piece of the wood out to show the wood that these are, because these are all wooden bits. Same with the gears you can see there. Gasoline cans. You can see the meeples, got little faces. Then they have the screen printed score markers. And let me show the other sides for the other factions. I know I'm not taking these out of the bag. That probably would be faster. I just figure, or probably would be look better. But I figure this is just faster because probably going to show all the cards that way, at least for the expansions and whatnot. That way you can see what's going on there. I'm assuming this is one of the promo packs. And another set that's probably the promo packs. Yeah, all the promo stuff. And I'll get that all separated, talk about what each of those are. You can see a tray where the faction things are going to go. Like I said, I'm going to load all these up and show you all that. And yep, I must have got the all in because I can see everything in here now. Like Scavengers, No Man's Land, this 51st State Base, the New Era, Winter, Allies, and Moloch. And then the first player marker. So yeah, I'll go through all this. This is going to be a longer video than I thought then. I thought it was just, I didn't realize I had gotten the all-in. I must have changed my mind at the last second. This is just the first player marker. Yep, must have changed my mind at the last second. So I'll go through all that. That way, if you don't have some of these expansions, you can know which expansion you want by seeing what you want to add in. All right, let's zoom in and take a look at these cards. Okay, so this is the differences here. If you look at the game found content right here, it lets you know it's going to be all the expansions and whatnot. All this box had extra is right here in the game found content. So it lets us know we're going to have some extra cards, the new factions, which are normally the promo factions and whatnot. So it just lets you know that's what it added. So if you want to know if you want to go out and get this edition or whatnot, that's going to be the differences right there. Now I am going to go through everything and show you everything, also with everything in the trays, but also show you all the cards with the expansions. That way you can know if it's an expansion you want to get and whatnot. With that being said, let's go ahead and start off. First thing I'm going to show you is all the cards are standard Magic / Pokemon. I like to use Dragon Shields. I like the Dragon Shield mats. I like the non-glares, but they're getting harder to get. But you can see here the size. That way if you don't know what the size is or what standard Magic / Pokemon means, there are the size right there. And you can see these are not the ones that were in here. These are from my base game. And this is the 51st State base cards. And you can see that once I split them up, they sit in there nicely, sleeved up. There's still room, so it's not putting any stress or pressure on the cards. And you can see it's going to fit. And then this is even the winter expansion. And there's still a lip there, so it means they definitely left room for you to sleeve these cards up and keep them separated. So, pretty cool. Nice that they did that. Now that with that, I am going to go through, if you've already got it, 51st State. But if you don't, that way you can see all the cards and the artwork. Now, since this is the base game, I'm not going to really hesitate or pause on these. I'm probably not going to hesitate or pause too much on too much stuff, because if I do, this video will take forever. But I do want you to be able to go to each spot that is an expansion and know what you can get, or if you want to add that expansion. And I guess I should have shown the way we know these are the base game is you always look right here where my thumb is at, and you can see here it says 51st State. Hopefully that's not like all fuzzy, but yeah, it says 51st State there, so we know these are the base cards for the game. And you can just see. So this deck is always going to be used. That's actually one of my complaints in the game, but I mean, I get it. You can play. I don't like that you can't play with everything. I'm just a completionist. I like being able to play with everything. And I guess you could mix in all the cards from every single expansion in, but then it would just bloat, and you probably have less. I guarantee you would have less of something happen. Something would not work right. So it's kind of one of those games where you're going to plug and play one of the expansions into this base deck right here that we're going through right now. And so these cards will always be used in every game, and then you'll just have whichever ones you're plugging in, plug into the actual game. But that's all the base cards that are the base building cards. These are like, if I remember right, they're like little trades you can do. They're like little instant things that you can get. But there those are. And then like I said, those are all sleeved up and right here already. Yeah, those last ones were called connection cards. All right. I'm just going to be doing this the way it has it here in the rule book. So we're going to go, sorry, I had that on camera. We're just going to do this the way it has it in the rule book, where we're going to go through each of the expansions. That's what made me think about it. Once I started looking at these as I was breaking the cards apart, I was like, I think I have all of these. I just didn't remember the names. This just combined it all and gave you a bigger box to put everything in, which is very nice, because most of my stuff was sideways and whatnot in the box. Also, there's something else I didn't state about this rule book that some people like. I even like it to a degree, but I know others complain about it, but I think it's awesome they did it. As you're reading through this rule book, and I'm going to get to a spot like here on the connection cards, it lets you know you can spend 2 workers to take one of the face-up connection cards to your hand. If there aren't any face-up, you can't do this. And then they add a little bit of like flavor text kind of fun thing, and no taking from the discard pile either. Man, why would you even try? So they do like stuff like that, which just makes it easier to read the rule book and more fun. But yep, so we're going to go through it. By the way, this has it. So we're going to look at the scavenger cards first. And you know these are scavengers because it says scavengers. So we're going to look at the scavengers cards first. This is a deck that can be mixed in to the main deck, if that's the one that you're doing. We typically just roll a dice, and that's the deck randomly we mix in. Oddly enough, it seems to come up with the winter one the most. So I've played with that winter one a ton. And then it had some more connections or ruins in there. Sorry, I thought it was connections. They are not. They are ruins. Reason is I've never actually played with the scavengers yet. So that was something new for me to see. Next, it's another one I have not played with yet. So looking at these are going to be new to me. This is, I guess I could have shown you. This is Allies. This is one, yeah, I've been wanting to get it to the table and play with it. But then we usually have new people, and I know Winter plays pretty good for new people without adding extra stuff. So I just play with the Winter one. Huh. And even New Era. New Era seems to play pretty good for new people too. Alright, that's all the allies. Next it says Moloch. In just case I'm saying it wrong. Moloch. This does have two different style of cards. But I believe it's because this could be done co-op. So these are the cards it adds. And then it has these cards that have this certain back. I'm assuming these are going to be like locations that Moloch is going to have or take over. Maybe. I don't know. This is a guess without having played this. Which I'm actually thinking about today because I actually had brought home my base copy in order to... Man, I can't tell if that's just the artwork. I think the artwork's designed to look like that. This almost seems like this little bit of a... weird artwork there. Where it's like glitchy, like you're looking through a camera. Give a zoom in on that. But yep. So, there's the Moloch expansion. Next it says No Man's Land. And I think this has to do with that playmat because there's like a grid here. So, these are cards that just go in the deck for No Man's Land. And then it has these cards, which looks like, are they the same front and back? Two, gain. I mean, look, at least that one looks the same. So, they probably are, but just in case there's something I'm missing, I'll show the front and back of each of these. Guess should have done this with the Moloch ones also, because it would have made more sense. But that one, since they were going different directions, makes harder to sift through. Alright. So that's No Man's Land there. And I don't know why I didn't do these with the base one. So with your base game, you're going to get Winter and New Era. And that's the reason, like I said, I played these the most. One, because they were the ones I had for the longest before they started releasing expansions. But then also because every time we play with new people, this is the base game. So it's the easiest one. So I played with New Era and Winter. So you can see Winter here. Like, these just don't add any extra stuff from expansions and whatnot. And typically when I get this game on the table, it's typically 1 or 2 new people, which I could teach them the new mechanic, but this is just a base game, so that's usually what I teach mix in, because it's the easiest just to mix in. And then just add some promos to add some variety. And I'll show you, we'll go through each of the promo stuff also and show you kind of how they work. That way you can see. If you don't want to buy this because you already are like me, you already had all this stuff. I don't know why I upgraded to this one other than just getting the trays. But other than to get all this stuff, that was Winter. Now we're going the New Era. But we'll go through all the promos. That way you can see if you just want to add the expansions to your game. You know which ones you wanted. And you can just add the promos that you want or go search out. Which a lot of these promos I want to say that I got that I already had. And they'll probably do the same thing with the stuff that's added in this box. And this might not be available right now. Well, maybe by now because I've had this Kickstarter for a while. But you may go check out their website. Sorry, my brain's a little scattered today. But yeah, their website, Portal Games usually has, I know with my Imperial Settlers and Empires of the North and this 51st State, sometimes they'll be out of stock of them, but if you wait and check at the right times, you'll usually find the promos in there eventually. Okay, just to show you, I know I'm zoomed way in, and I'll show you later when I'm showing everything with the trays. But you can see I put all the cards back in here and they're all separated by each of their sets. And you can tell the ones, because the ones I already sleeved up, I just got to go replace these. But because I don't want to have to re-sleeve up, and then that makes it where whenever I sell my game, it's an unplayed game other than just unboxed. But alright, the promotional stuff, we already saw one of them was this first player marker, which is the 51st State first player marker. And I believe the original is this. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this was the original. Next is what I showed you earlier. They screen printed these little score markers. And I just put those in here. They're mixed in there with all the other little stuff for each faction. And then give you a closer look at these, not in the baggies. Because it says that's promotional stuff, but I already had it, and I didn't have any of the originals. So I don't know what I would have done with the originals, but you can see all the bits there. And actually, I was thinking, oh, before I sell my other one, I'll just add to these. I don't have double everything, but this is already full just with what I got from this box. Like, putting any more other than maybe brick would just be too much for this container. So, don't need those bits. Now, and I kept the other ones, but this is what I screen printed up. Yeah, I don't look 100% like them. They were just something I found online with little arrows. So I was like, oh, I was using them for a different game. And I was like, these look kind of cool. I'll just go get these and print them up in those colors for 51st State. And yeah, I know this isn't the red, white, blue. I was toying with some stuff I could have done with that. Instead, I just made it a copperish gold as a wild, since that's what that is. But, oh, as I just threw that in there. But, yep, so you can see the tray in there. The other stuff it talked about as promotional was the... I know we already went through this book, but I just wanted to show you each thing. Is the Texas board. To give you a closer look at that. And there's the other side artwork. The hegemony. side there. Mississippi. University. And then I'm pretty sure this one was new to this Kickstarter, Uranopolis. Could be wrong about that though. Alright, it said promo set 1. This is the promo set 1. And you know that because it says promo set 1 there. And inside the same bag with promo set 1, it had this Watch It Played promo. And then next it said promo set 2, which actually encompasses this, which says 51st Extend. I think this might be the 20 cards they added in that it said on the back of the box just for this Kickstarter. Well, no, it's definitely not. Well, maybe they count those other 5 as the ones they added in. Because there's also these that say capital on them. I don't know if they're different or not. I'm just showing you as far as the front and back. They look the same to me, but showing you everything. And then it says Moloch Plus on these. So it's got these, and I will show each of these. And this was a cool promo I played with before. It's called the Borders promos. What it is, you're going to take these borders and you're going to put them between players, like one between each player. So you'll have one to your left and one to your right. And they are actions you could do. So like if in a three-player game, you're going to have access to all of them. But in a 4-player game, I'll show all these first, then kind of show it. But in a 4-player game, this will be between me and, if I'm player 1, this will be between me and player 2 and 4. And you can activate these actions. And when you use your action to activate these actions and do what it says, you'll flip it over and it's available as a different action to be done by you or the other player and whatnot. So, kind of like a shared action that y'all are kind of working together since y'all are neighbors. The arena tile, I read through it once before. I have not used it before yet, but there's the arena tile. That is one of them. I don't remember 100% how that one worked. Then it said one of the promos is this Moloch server room. And then it said it has 3 city tiles, which is why you need those extra markers that were in here for each faction. But other than that, it was just the book, which I seem to have misplaced. There it is. The book is a promotional thing. It's a 74-page book. I read it once. I think I'm going to read it again. And then just the play mats, which there's the one you can just play on. And I'm zoomed way in on this, but we saw that it looks like there's going to be cards that go on these. So it looks like it's an area control map maybe. So I'll check that one out. Other than that, let's zoom out and take a look at these trays. Okay, you can see, like I said, that's 51st State original stuff. The winter one I already had sleeved up. I need to go through there and add my other sleeved up ones. But it looks like it's going to hold everything and hold everything sleeved. And next, all the faction boards slide down in there. It looks like for cards, but I could be wrong. Maybe I could see putting the 51st State originals in there, and then maybe if they come out with other faction or other expansions, and you'll have 2 more spots for expansions, or maybe just putting this stuff down there. That way you always have your base game already separated. So that's probably what this was for, and I just threw it down in there. But these are the promos, which I'll probably always have mixed into their respective decks. All the other extra bits you're going to need, which I've already replaced some of this stuff with. Like, I actually have little ammo magazines and little bulldozers. So I'll have to go replace all this stuff. And then all the little promo cardboard things I put right there. Yeah. The book I probably won't leave in here. I'll probably put it somewhere else. But that goes down in there. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe I will put those in bags because that's probably going to go everywhere now to think of it. Here. I'll shove that in there. Maybe that'll help it a little bit. I am interested in this because I never tried the solitaire, and now there's variants, so try all the different variants. Yeah, just put all that in there for now. And it all goes in this box, which is already nicer than the original. Don't want to turn it on side to do something about all those loose cardboard, but cool. I know that was a longer one than I thought because I didn't realize I'd got the everything. I should have figured I did. I didn't, because I like this game a lot, but I wasn't sure. But there you go. 51st State Ultimate Edition. Thank you for watching and have a great day.